Hello my dear students, welcome back. Students, now we will move forward to our next subtopic under the introduction part. This is actually the last subtopic. Okay, our topic is poles of magnet. Okay, so poles. Poles means what? Poles means the region or places of a magnet where the attraction of magnet is the strongest are called poles of the magnet. So this is the definition of poles. Poles are what? They are the regions. Regions means places of a magnet where the attraction of magnet is the strongest are called poles of the magnet. Simple. So have you understand this? Okay, let us understand this with an example. So let us take a bar magnet. Bar magnet, you understand, rectangular piece of magnet or rectangular shape of magnet made by magnetization is known as bar magnet, right? So let us take a bar magnet and some iron fillings. Now if a bar magnet is put into a heap of iron fillings, heap means a huge number of iron fillings, what will happen? Then the iron fillings will cling to it or stick to it. Stick to it or cling to it means it will stick or they will stick to the bar magnet. We will see that the maximum iron fillings get stick to the ends of the bar magnet. See in the figure here, this is a bar magnet. Yes. So these are the iron fillings which are getting stick to it. See, they are getting stick to the end. Maximum numbers of iron fillings are getting stick to the ends of the bar magnet, right? So this means what or what it shows? This shows that the force of attraction of the magnet is the strongest near the two ends of the bar magnet, isn't it? Right? So this shows that the force of attraction of the magnet is the strongest near the two ends of the bar magnet. That is why the maximum number of iron fillings get attracted or get stick to the ends of the bar magnet rather than the middle. In the middle part also there are some iron fillings, see, but compared to the ends it is very small, right? So this shows that the force of attraction of the magnet is the strongest near the two ends of the bar magnet. Simple. So hence the two ends are called poles of the bar magnet. So this is the definition of poles, that the regions or places of a magnet where the attraction of magnet is the strongest are called poles of the magnet. It can be any magnet. Here we are showing a bar magnet since it is the most common type. Clear? Okay. So now we know that a magnet has got what? Two poles, right? So where are the two poles located? The two poles of a magnet are near its free end, right? So here we have taken the example of bar magnet, and the bar magnet has got two ends, right? So these two free ends are known as the poles of the magnet. Okay. Now the question is, are the two poles similar? That is, the nature of the two poles similar or what? No. Our answer is no. The two poles are always different. That is, one pole of the magnet is called the north pole and the other pole of the magnet is called south pole. Or we can say N. North pole is represented by N and the south pole is represented by S. Capital N and capital S. Clear? So every magnet, whether big or small, has a north pole and a south pole. It is impossible to have a magnet having only one pole. Got it? Okay. In what purpose we can use a magnet? Okay. So magnet has some purposes, right? It is a useful thing. So in what purpose we can use a magnet? We can use a magnet to find out whether the soil at a place contains particles that have iron. Okay, since magnet gets attracted to iron, right? So we can use it like that to find out whether the soil at a place contains particles that have sand. that have iron, but how it is done we will see now. This can be done by rubbing a magnet in the soil or sand and then shake it gently to remove the particles of soil or sand from its surface. And now if we observe that some particles still remain sticking to the poles of the magnet, it means that the sand contains iron particles. Simple, this can be done like that. Okay. Now another thing to be noted here, students, is the same type of magnetic poles are called like poles. That means, for example, a north pole of one magnet and another north pole, that is a north pole of one magnet and a north pole of another magnet are called what? Are like poles. Or similarly, a south pole and another south pole are like poles. In other words, we can say capital N or capital S are called like poles. And the interesting thing is that the like poles repel each other. That we'll know in our further studies. Okay. So a north pole and the south pole, they repel each other. They repel means they do not attract each other. They repel each other. They don't push each other. They push each other actually. They don't pull each other. Attraction. Pull means attraction. Okay. And the next thing is the different types of magnetic poles are unlike poles. That is north south or south north, because they are different. Okay. Or because they are different poles, and the unlike poles attract each other. That means in our earlier case what we have seen, that the like poles repel each other. That means they push each other. They push away from each other, right? They tend to push away. But the unlike poles, they do what? They pull each other. They attract each other. So there is a force of attraction existing between unlike poles, like north pole, south pole, north pole. Got it? Okay. Students, please go through these topics. Okay. Learn at home. Okay. Thank you, students.